What's good, Ravens fans? Welcome to another episode of the Ravens Space versus Reddit. I'm Jason from the Ravens Space, and today we're going to talk about our efficiency through the season and just go over that. There's a graph. I want to talk to you guys about it and give you some of my thoughts, and I also want to hear about what you have to say in the comments below. So let's get right to it. And here, a Ravens fan made this graph that shows the Ravens' success rate per play. And again, right, over 50% is great, and this dividing line is a pretty good line that shows the average, right? So let's go here and look at this, right? And again, it shows something that we have to take into account, guys. So if I remember correctly, Lamar Jackson got hurt this game. If I remember correctly, because he played the full Jags game, it was a close loss, but got hurt against the Broncos, guys. Now again, this Jets game, beginning of the season, but Lamar Jackson did score 3 touchdowns in this game. Look at above average. For most of these games, the Brown games is below average, but again, if I remember correctly, that's a win. So it does say something. Before we got Roquan, because Roquan Smith's first game was against the Saints here. So, and if I remember this correctly, if I'm not, guys, you let me know in the comments below. So the 2 games below average, below NFL average, were wins. So the first thing I want to say is that is characteristic of a talented player or talented players making big-time plays, right? And then we have a lot of games above average, right? We're consistently above average. And in some games, really, really great, right? We see the Buccaneers game really great, the Saints game really great, the Patriots game on offense really great. And some of these games, right, offense was really great, but we lost because of our defense. The biggest takeaway, unfortunately, is going to be sad for me, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. The biggest takeaway is that we have to reformat this offense to take advantage of everyone's skill set, right? Currently, it takes advantage of Lamar's running skill set, but doesn't take advantage of his other skills. And that's a problem because we see what happens without Lamar Jackson. Without Lamar Jackson, this team is the dumps. And let's just look at it here. So after Lamar Jackson gets hurt, which is this game here against the Broncos, there's only one game we are above average against the Browns, which was a loss. And then every other game was average or below average. This shows the power of Lamar Jackson. It just simply does. And I don't know how anyone can argue against when they see stats like this. Again, with Lamar Jackson, one below average, one game at average, but if you want to call it below average, that's fine. All the other games above average, and I would even say if you want to go about 2 games slightly above average, I'm good with that. After Lamar Jackson, and even though he got hurt, I think in the first quarter of this game, so this game was kind of tough because the team didn't really have time to practice. But after that, below average, above average, average, below average, below average, below average, you're out of here. That's what happens. This is what happens without Lamar Jackson. And our team has to come together and we have to figure out an offense that doesn't allow this to happen, right? You can't be in the 40 percentile of successful plays, right, guys? A successful play isn't 50 yards, right? It's like 3 yards, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not 50-yard, bombs as successful plays. So we gotta fix this because where the Ravens are now, especially contractual Lamar Jackson, you got to build a team that can operate with or without Lamar. The same way the Chiefs were able to go down the field and score a touchdown against the Jacksonville Jaguars in their playoff game without Patrick Mahomes. He did come back, but they still scored a touchdown without him. They could have still won that game without him. We got to build an offense like that because these numbers show the vast drop-off between the two quarterbacks. So, again, I want to know what you guys have to say below in your comment section. It really is important to me. But I'm not done, so do not leave. Do not leave. I just want to say, subscribe before we get into the comments from Reddit, and we're going to see what the people have to say. If you guys like this, again, I do these Ravens Space versus Reddits. You let me know, and I'll keep on doing them. Weapon X Gaming says, I'll keep saying it, but the Bucs game second half should have been the change in how the offense was ran. Going faster, getting to the line with time, etc. And this is another thing that I think was weird this season. And again, so Zephron is kind of saying it. He's saying crazy thing is we have done that a few times over the last 2 or 3 years, and it usually worked. Not sure why we didn't keep with it. And even going back to Joe Flacco, I know you guys are saying, Jason, Joe Flacco's an old story now. I get it, but a lot of problems persist, and if you are against John Harbaugh, this is a victory in your corner here, where for some reason we get to the line so late that we can't really run anything but the play. And so we find ourselves in bad plays because a lot of the offense is timing. So Lamar Jackson can't get to the line with 8 seconds left, right? And this could be a Lamar thing too, but he can't get to the line with 8 seconds left. Run Ricard in motion to time the play up, but before doing that, look around at the defense because you have to get Ricard going, right? You have to get people set. You have to get Ricard going if the timing of the play is going to work, which is why you got to get to the line. For example, let's just say with 15 seconds, right? You start off, if I remember correctly, with 24. You can call a play and get to a line in 9 seconds. Get to the line, let Lamar see what's happening, let him kill the play. If not, then run the motion and all that good stuff. Maybe run the motion, and then after the motion, let Lamar be able to change the play up. But again, we'll figure all that out with a new coordinator, but it really does affect the Ravens and how we do things. So I just don't like it. All right. Let's see what other good comments we have here. Jay Brunny says, I don't find any of this too surprising. Pretty good through 3 weeks, but then inconsistent in the next 8 to 9 games. And again, if we go back here, and again, I wouldn't call this inconsistent. It is inconsistent from average to great a little bit, right? So, we're going up steadily, then we drop, then we go all the way up, and then we come down back to around, 48% success rate. So again, I do see his point, but I wouldn't say super, super inconsistent. And pretty bad with Huntley, which it was, guys. You guys saw it too. That's exactly what I expected. I guess if there is any surprises, it's that the game against the Broncos and the second game against the Browns aren't even lower than that. We were awful offensively in those games. So I'm gonna scroll that up because guys, I don't do bad words there. So and here's some love for Bateman. I know you guys love Bateman more than me. Again, he has to prove to me he's been hurt too much. And when he's in there, it's not like he's getting 8 passes. Again, that could be because of the offense. That's 100%. And so that's a stupid comment. Not stupid, but nice. Be useful to see this league wide. I think each team a single bar with specific color or something will really put things in perspective. All right. So someone says he'll do it. So when he does it, I'll bring you guys back to see that. So you guys let me know. I hope this, again, I'm trying to bring you guys the stats. I'm trying to show you guys some of this cool stuff. I know there's no other Ravens YouTubers talking about EPA, success rate per play, stuff like that. But I think you guys are smart enough to look at this and just see that it mimics what you saw, right? That's the most important thing, right? When the statistics mimic what your eyes saw, then something's going on, right? And we see that here. So you guys let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks, and go Ravens.